Hello, this is Simon Belmont. Here are 3 interesting facts about Castlevania. The alias of Wind, used in Portrait of Ruin, is likely a reference to the theme song of Alucard, entitled I Am the Wind. In the first Lords of Shadow game, the merchant character known as the Chupacabra is voiced by Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear. The first Castlevania game to feature cooperative 2-player gameplay was Portrait of Ruin, released for the Nintendo DS Portable Console in 2006. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more Castlevania content. Hello, this is Simon Belmont. Here are 3 interesting facts about Castlevania. The wife of Simon Belmont in Lords of Shadow, Selena, was borrowed from the fiancé of Simon Belmont in the arcade game known as Haunted Castle, released in 1987. While we don't have a new Castlevania game officially, there have been mods with the games of V Rising and Dead by Daylight, which give a Castlevania skin to the games. While Vampire Killer and Haunted Castle do not contain the word Castlevania in their titles, they are nonetheless part of the Castlevania series. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more Castlevania content. Hello, this is Simon Belmont. Here are 3 interesting facts about Castlevania. A number of Castlevania games have not made it into a remastered collection yet, including Castlevania 64, Legacy of Darkness, Lament of Innocence, and Curse of Darkness. In Castlevania, did you know you could use a lightsaber? Well, actually, it's called the Laser Blade, and it's a unique, craftable weapon in Castlevania Curse of Darkness. In Castlevania Curse of Darkness, there is a great deal of replay value for the game, as numerous crafted items and summoned creatures involve unique materials that can only be found in specific locations throughout the game. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more Castlevania content. Hello, this is Simon Belmont. Here are 3 interesting facts about Castlevania. On August 27, 2024, it was finally announced that the Nintendo DS Castlevania games would be remastered for the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation consoles in the Dominus Collection, named for the entity in Castlevania, Order of Ecclesia. The Dominus Collection also includes a remake of the 1987 arcade game, Haunted Castle, an early installment in the Castlevania franchise, and one of the few Castlevania arcade consoles. Castlevania Legacy of Darkness includes the additional boss battles of Medusa and the Spider Queen, previously excluded from Castlevania 64. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more Castlevania content. Hello, this is Simon Belmont. Here are 3 interesting facts about Castlevania. Castlevania Legacy of Darkness includes Henry Oldry, a character only found in the game and unlocked by completing Cornell's story. The newest remastered collection for Castlevania, the Dominus Collection, is also available on Steam, making the Nintendo DS games and the remake of Haunted Castle officially available for PC gameplay. Regarding Castlevania 64, Koji Igarashi stated that in spite of him not considering the game part of the main timeline, he did consider it a pioneering step into the realm of 3D Castlevania games. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more Castlevania content. Hello, this is Simon Belmont. Here are 3 interesting facts about Castlevania. In all of Castlevania, there has been only one game in which you do not fight bats. That game is Curse of Darkness. In Dawn of Sorrow, if you have the Game Boy Advance game Aria of Sorrow in your console while playing Dawn of Sorrow, then you will start Dawn of Sorrow in a new game with a bonus item. Similar to other Castlevania games, Order of Ecclesia has an alternate character playing mode in which you can play as Shanoa's adoptive brother, Albus, instead of Shanoa. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more Castlevania content.
Hello, this is Hector, and here are 3 facts about Castlevania, which you probably didn't know. Castlevania Lords of Shadow seems to take inspiration from Castlevania legends in a number of ways, including the Belmont clan being started by an illegitimate child, Gabriel, in Lords of Shadow, or the son of Sonia and Alucard in Legends. Unlike in the animated Castlevania series, the original Hector had a wife named Rosalie, who was burned alive by a mob on accusations of witchcraft. The librarian in Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, will only speak with Alucard and not Maria Renard or Richter Belmont in alternate play modes. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more. Hello, this is Hector, and here are 3 facts about Castlevania, which you probably didn't know. With his main element being fire, when facing the 3-headed Hound of Hell, or Cerberus, the Savage Dog is most easily defeated with water, ice, or even holy water weapons, which deal extra or even multiplied damage against him. Throughout the Castlevania series, numerous skeleton enemies are cowards, fearing the player facing their direction with a guard or blocking move. This trick may make numerous locations easier to navigate. Unlike in Symphony of the Night, the boss known as Legion in Curse of Darkness had a humanoid monster known as Nucleus at its core. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more. Hello, this is Hector, and here are 3 facts about Castlevania, which you probably didn't know. In Curse of Darkness, Trevor coming alone to investigate strongly implies he was alone to keep at least one child safe at home. A responsible monster slayer would not bring an infant or toddler with them. Michiru Yamane was the principal composer for the music of many Castlevania games, beginning with Bloodlines, and most recently with Grimoire of Souls. In Castlevania Curse of Darkness, you cannot steal from an enemy while time is frozen, unless that enemy has also frozen time. This will prove useful later in the game. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more. Hello, this is Hector, and here are 3 facts about Castlevania, which you probably didn't know. In the Castlevania games, the titular castle of Count Dracula is not merely a machine, but a living creature from hell itself, possessing a symbiotic connection with Dracula, along with being telepathic and capable of forming itself on Earth on its return from hell as well. The Curse of Darkness was originally set as a contingency for if Dracula should die, comparable to the curse set upon Simon Belmont in Castlevania 2, howbeit on a far greater scale. The titular Curse of Darkness from the game of the same name was a curse that drove humanity to anger against one another, potentially destroying them unless Dracula was revived and his assets cleansed. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more. Hello, This is Hector, and here are 3 facts about Castlevania, which you probably didn't know. Koji Igarashi's final Castlevania game, as the lead producer, was Castlevania Harmony of Despair, a multiplayer game in the franchise released first for Xbox 360 in 2010, followed by Sony PlayStation 3 in 2011. Toru Hagihara worked on both Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night as a lead programmer, explaining some of the similarities and parallels. There were 4 games set aside as not canonical by Koji Igarashi in 2001. Those included Castlevania Legends, Castlevania 64, Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, and Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard's channel for more.
Hello, this is Alucard, and pertaining to Castlevania, here are 3 facts you probably didn't know. In the Lords of Shadow games, Trevor Belmont is voiced by Richard Madden, also known for the role of Robb Stark in Game of Thrones. Ayami Kojima's first contribution to Castlevania as a game franchise was her artwork for Symphony of the Night. Super Castlevania 4 was the introduction of new mechanics with the Vampire Killer Whip, including using the whip to swing from certain grapple points in the game, along with using the whip in 8 directions. Here are 3 facts. Follow the channel for more. Hello, this is Alucard, and pertaining to Castlevania, here are 3 facts you probably didn't know. While you do not meet Victor Frankenstein, the maker of the creature, the remains of the deceased Victor Frankenstein can be found in Castlevania Portrait of Ruin in the Dark Academy. In Symphony of the Night, cloaked knights on rare occasion drop the Heaven Sword, a rare sword which can be thrown and returned to the player. In Castlevania Curse of Darkness, to find the Legion boss battle, go under the cracked wall on the far corner of the first floor of the Garibaldi Temple, using the magic circle ability of the Devil Innocent Devil. Here are 3 facts. Follow the channel for more. Hello, this is Alucard, and pertaining to Castlevania, here are 3 facts you probably didn't know. In Curse of Darkness, you can kill the constantly regenerating red skeletons through your Mage Innocent Devil by evolving the mage into a Nautilus and getting it to learn of the passive ability known as Purify. In 1986, Vampire Killer was released on the MSX2 computer only 1 month after Castlevania was released on the Nintendo Famicom computer. In Rondo of Blood and Dracula X Chronicles, Richter Belmont or Maria Renard can destroy blood skeletons permanently using the charm given by Terra, the nun taken captive by Dracula. Here are 3 facts. Follow the channel for more. Hello, this is Alucard, and pertaining to Castlevania, here are 3 facts you probably didn't know. The sword in Castlevania games, known as Leviatane, is another name for Marsil, the sword wielded in battle by both Aragorn and his ancestor Isildur in Lord of the Rings. If you're wondering if you can destroy the regenerating red skeletons in a Castlevania game, the question to be answered is it necessary to unlock an area in a part of the game? If no, then the answer is no, you cannot. Dracula, in both his canonical and Lords of Shadow versions, has the power to burn his enemies with his grasp, a power also possessed by the arch-villain Sauron in Lord of the Rings. Here are 3 facts. Follow the channel for more. Hello, this is Alucard, and pertaining to Castlevania, here are 3 facts you probably didn't know. Playing the role of Count Dracula a total of 10 times in film, Christopher Lee is also named in the credits of the original Castlevania for his iconic role inspiring the game franchise. The Ice Brand, or Ice Sword of Mim in the Castlevania games, is named after Mim, who was among the last of the original pretty dwarves in the First Age in the Silmarillion. If you find a high ledge out of reach in Curse of Darkness, you might be able to access that area with a bird type of innocent devil who can raise Hector high in the air or carry him across chasms. Here are 3 facts. Follow the channel for more. Hello, this is Alucard, and pertaining to Castlevania, here are 3 facts you probably didn't know. The secret boss battle in Castlevania, Lament of Innocence, is a demon from the Devil's Army from the ancient war in heaven, hidden within the hellish confines of the demon castle. Ending a vampire's life on request was not only done by Leon Belmont to Sarah in Lament of Innocence, it was also done by Alucard on request of Dracula's vampiric servant, also desiring an end to his cursed existence. This occurred in the radio drama known as Nocturne of Recollection. The son of Dracula obliged and ended the vampire's life. The human disguise of the demonic queen of the moths in Castlevania Bloodlines is actually the likeness of the French queen Marie Antoinette, somewhat of a disturbing disguise for the monster's true form. Here are 3 facts. Follow the channel for more. Hello, this is Alucard, and pertaining to Castlevania, here are 3 facts you probably didn't know. In Castlevania Symphony of the Night, there are a number of respawning moneybags scattered throughout the castle. Keep your eyes open for a dark moneybag dropping, as that respawning moneybag is an easy way to collect large amounts of money rather quickly. In Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the sword known as Mormigel is a relic of the Silmarillion, with its name being named by its later owner Turin, and used in a number of his heroic feats. In Curse of Darkness, in order to craft the 7-bladed sword, you must first collect the material known as Beelzebub's seal, found only on the evil unicorns in the Infinite Corridor area of the game. Here are 3 facts. Follow the channel for more. Hello, this is Alucard, and pertaining to Castlevania, here are 3 facts you probably didn't know. If you're wondering if the later seasons of the animated Netflix series called Castlevania spoil the plot of Castlevania Curse of Darkness, well, the good news is they don't. From the characters down to the plot twist, the two are very different in comparison to one another. In Castlevania Rondo of Blood, the main characters never had any direct involvement in the French Revolution, however, with the pattern of great outpourings of violence such as the World Wars aiding Dracula's return into the mortal realm. It's likely that his return to Wallachia in 1792 was aided by the French Revolution. A little-known ability of Belmont characters is found in Curse of Darkness, where they donate their blood to open portals to access other dimensions. Here are 3 facts. Follow the channel for more.
Hello there, this is Richter Belmont, and here are 3 facts about Castlevania, which you probably didn't know. While we have a shortage of new official Castlevania games, there is no shortage of game mods for Castlevania, including Vampire Survivors or Dead Cells. Ursebet Bathory has an uncanny resemblance to the character of Raisa Volkova from Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Richter Belmont's backflip move is key to evading numerous enemy attacks whenever you play as Richter in a Castlevania game. Here are 3 facts. Follow Alucard for more Castlevania content.